Hey guys, and welcome back to the Bear Strength Training Log. You're joining me today in week 5, deadlift day. Today we're doing deadlifts for speed. Right now I'm just warming up with some lightweight on the cable row, just warming up the lats, trying to get them to activate and really just fire nice and strong. As you notice, I am hinging through the hips a little bit as well, as I want to really get a good stretch to the lats, really start to get them activated, and then pull back, really crank my elbows back, and really squeeze them. I found that this attachment and the way that I was doing this really got a great full range of motion stretch through the lats, really activating them really well. You get a good contraction even through the lower lats as well. Next, I did a warm-up. I did banded good mornings with a band also around my knees. So what I'm doing here is I want to start activating the hip with the band around the knees, forcing them out, starting to activate the TFL and some of the glute minor and glute medius, while also getting to realign the nervous system to get the hamstrings and the glutes firing in the correct pattern, keeping my core nice and tight, work on that hinge pattern. So I start off nice and slow, really trying to get them to work, and then starting to work on a little bit of speed and power. So started moving on to the deadlift warm-up, just warming up with 135 here, really just trying to work on the position here. As you see, I'm going nice and slow on these reps. I'm really focusing on contracting, and then I'm going to start pouring in some speed as I continue. I'm really trying to focus on my positioning here. See, as I start working on some more speed as I progress. The first few reps I was working on contracting the right muscles and contracting them in the correct order, really just trying to get them to activate. So here you can see, doing a nice job, the shoulders over the bar, keeping my weight back, getting some good speed, just warming up. So you see, I did a good job in that last rep of really taking the slack out of the bar and setting my weight back, cranking against it. Did well on that rep as well. You can see the bar start to bend. Decent job there. Really want to get as much bend into that bar, take all the slack out of it, set my hips back, counterweight myself against it, come up with some nice power. So speed is a little on the slower side today. Not as happy with this as I can, but starting to accelerate. The form is pretty good though. I'm doing a good job of keeping my positioning. That set was a touch forward, but as you see, I'm starting to accelerate from set to set as I kind of get used to it a little more. A little slow off the ground, but accelerating. So through this cycle, beginning of this cycle, I've been really kind of weak off the floor, and it's been something I'm working on. So I'm doing 10 singles today, trying to make them as explosive as possible. Trying to make each set better than the last. So we finished pretty well on the last set, and then moved on to some block pulls. Up the weight a little bit, 310 for a set of 5. Same idea as apply when you get really tight through the core and just a nice flat back. Finishing up nice and strong, extended hips. Getting some decent speed on these. Trying to be nice and powerful with the glutes, really extend powerfully. So you can see I'm actually accelerating set to set as my nervous system starts picking up a little bit. Sometimes you have days where you just kind of start slow and the day just gets better as you go. Sometimes you feel like shit and you do great. It's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Sometimes your best days, you'd never guess. You'd feel like crap that day and you come in and just try to give it something and you kill it. So on this set, I just wanted to work on some positioning again. So I worked on some isometric holds, just kind of getting a little more strength at those positions. Again, just working on some static holds, just trying to strengthen the eccentric a little bit, and then moved on to some deficit deadlifts. Hips are a little too high here, but so it ends up being almost kind of stiffish, like not really, but I don't care for my form on these. So the first rep was a little bit better. I did a good job of getting a little tighter. I think I got a little more deliberate on this set. Did a little better job on this set. Starting to get pretty fatigued by this point. So deficit deadlifts are a really great way to build power off the floor, speed off the floor, and strength. It helps you get strong through the range of motion where the floor is, which is, in this case, these are about 2-inch deficit, so I have about 2 inches to build into my lift off the floor. You don't want to do too large of a deficit if you want it to really carry over. If you start going too far, your form changes too much, so it starts to lose carryover. That said, I'm not super heavy. Though that was a good rep there. They do a good job of making the rep like my deadlift. On the first set, my hips were shooting up too high, and it just wasn't similar enough. So next I did some one-arm barbell rows. Really just kind of really intentional. Started off light. Really try to get a really good stretch. Really let the lat stretch out, and these are really great, I find, for hitting some of the lower fibers of the lat, which most people tend to struggle with, including myself. But it's something I've been working on, and it's brought up a lot. I really feel that helps a lot with the deadlift. So I sped up these clips just to save some time. So I started adding a little bit more weight, and you see I'm trying to be explosive on the way up. And I'm really kind of controlling that negative. I'm going down pretty slow, and then just kind of pump some reps out at the end. So you can really see at the bottom, I really get a nice stretch to the lat, come back in this very, very slight twist, just using the lat, get a really tight contraction. Really, really great movement. Another little tip is, as you're doing the movement, think of taking your hand and pushing it backwards. So driving the bar kind of into the corner as you do this, and that'll kind of get your lat to fire a little more as well. Really get a good contraction as you do that. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. Tons of content. I'm going to keep posting this log. I'm going to start differentiating some of these videos as well, making some different kind of content. But really need to hear back, and make sure you comment what you want to see. So then just finished kind of like how I started. Some cable rows. These were a little more for work. So after doing the one-arm barbell rows, my lats were nice and primed, so I was really able to get into some of the fibers and lacking areas that I was looking for. Really liked this handle for what I was trying to do, and just trying to get extended range of motion by moving my body. Not trying to do too much work with it, but just trying to extend the range of motion and just really contract nice and low in the lats. Really just support that low back. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Facebook. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.